Hey everybody, I'm back with another episode of It's Always Up. I had Spencer Domolky on for this conversation. He is another Cincinnati stand-up comedian, and he's very funny, and he's also a great friend. He's a mentor who's a few years older than me that I can really look up to for advice when it comes to stand-up, and he's been doing it for a little over 3 years now. So he's got some experience in the game. I am also here at this new residence, and it's a great place. I'm renting it out with another fellow comedian. Her name is Gretchen Schultz, and she's gonna be on the next episode. Really looking forward to that. So yeah, we're living here with also one of my coworkers from this summer, and yeah, it's been cool. Life has been good to me recently. I apologize for having about a 2 month delay with the episodes, but yeah, I'm gonna start getting on the ball now that I'm a little less busy. So yeah, let's get into it right now. I fucked up. I only got Spencer in the frame for the first half of the episode. You can hear the whole hour of audio on Spotify and all those streaming platforms, but on YouTube, just the second half of this episode. It sucks, but it's still a great convo, the second part of this episode, and yeah, it's YouTube worthy. That's all that matters, right, guys? So let's get into it. Here's my conversation with Spencer Domolky.
Yeah, man, it's just really a hassle when a big person takes up a lot of space.
It's like, it sucks, man.
Airplanes, restaurants.
Because I'm not trying to be a shitty, like, I understand that people struggle, and it's like, I'm not trying to be super judgmental, but I'm just saying, some of the people here, it's like they've never eaten anything that isn't White Castle. Like, you know what I mean? They're drinking gallons and gallons of soda. Like I've been out of shape in my life, you know what I mean? But that's different than being a fucking huge fucking person.
Dude, there's nothing like seeing a person stroll into like a store with a 44-ounce soda and a candy bar.
Dude, I used to rip those big ass sodas. Dude, I used to work at Speedway, and I would get the fucking 44-ounce soda.
Would you get the frozen drinks?
Oh yeah, but
yeah.
but that was, I didn't get those as much when I was at work because it was like too cold in there. But I would get a fucking 44-ounce Dr. Pepper, and I would refill it when I was at work. Like I would drink 2 of them. No ice. That's crazy.
You went no ice?
I think I went no ice, yeah.
Jeez, man.
And so yeah, I would just drink 80 ounces of soda. But even back then, I was like 215.
Yeah.
I wasn't like a fucking giant.
Dang, what are you now?
Probably like 180.
Jeez. Did you have some stomach going over the
just like everywhere.
The waistband?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture. You can edit this into the pod if you want. But this is from like when I was in college. I always show this to people. But anyway, what was it? Oh, sometimes people come to Go Bananas, and you seat them at a 4 top, and they're like,
too small.
no, or yeah, they're like, there's 4 of us, and I'm like, no, I know, this is a 4-person table, and they're like, this is too small. Yeah, or like it's like, hey man, I'm sorry that you're too fat to be in here.
I like how you want to talk about this, but you didn't want to talk about the girls.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Does this make me look like a worse person? I don't know.
You don't. Yeah, I mean, if you find it, I'll show everybody.
Here's me as a young frat boy.
Do you want me to show everybody?
It's fine.
Okay. He looks fine. He looks a lot. He doesn't look Jewish.
But don't I look a lot heavier? Like, just my face and shit, and like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously you can't see my bod.
Were all of those girls your maidens?
I only knew one of those girls actually, but no.
Was that a frat party?
That was actually, no, that girl, her roommate was having a birthday, and so we just went over
Oh,
there.
cool.
You know what, that night, this is a good little story. So that night, we were at this house where we that was like her neighbor's apartment or something, so she didn't even live there. Like, her friend was having a birthday party, and so we went over to there, and I was there with my roommates, and one of my boys was like, dude, I heard somebody talking, and they said there's weed brownies in the oven. And so we were all kind of like, okay, noted, that's very cool. And so all of a sudden, we're looking around. Everybody went to go to the bars at this place. So it's just me and my roommates in this house. They left us there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're like, dude, let's go see if there's actually wheat brownies in the oven. And so we opened it up, and it wasn't brownies, but it was a measuring cup, like a Pyrex, that was like half full with can of butter. Just with like plastic wrap over it or whatever. So we were alone in this house, so we just fully stole the can of butter.
Yeah.
Just like left. Like we just like
Did you use it that night?
We all ate it all.
You just ate the can of butter?
We went to the fucking store and got like egg and waffles and just kept eating egg and waffles with can of butter until it was gone. And then so it's not that good of a story, but that was the night that we
Did it feel good? Was it a good high?
Yeah, we were so high.
Nice.
I mean, it was enough to make a whole batch of brownies.
Yeah.
We split it 4 or 5 ways.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
I bet those people were upset
Yeah.
that was gone.
They were like, dude, what the hell? Now we can't even make regular brownies because we don't have our measuring glass.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. I think the first edible I ate was a cereal bar, like a Reese's Puffs cereal bar.
Oh, and it was just
Fucked me up.
It was like a name, like a legal weed type thing.
No, my friend made them in his oven. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my friend Jug made them in his oven.
My friend Jug.
He's a cool guy, makes clothes. His name is, I don't know what his first name is off the top of my head, but I call him Jug. As do others.
You don't know his name?
I mean, that's just...
Everybody calls him Jug.
Yeah, that's like his name on stuff. Yeah, dude. So, how do you think you'll live in Cincy for a few more years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like, I love it here. You know what I mean? The scene here is great. Go Bananas is great. I can definitely see myself getting better at stand up here, but I also, like, I'm not from here, and I want to experience a lot of different stuff. I'd like to see what it's like to live in a big city, but I don't think moving to like New York for stand up right now would do me that much good.
Because it's so big.
Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, paying to get on open mics that aren't any good doesn't make any sense at this stage.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd much rather keep going for another however long, I don't know how long it takes, but like get to a point where
Be well refined.
and just have some connections. Like I'm starting to know some people in the Midwest or whatever, but like let me get to a point, we have some friends who just moved to Chicago. Let me have some established friends in Chicago, New York, and LA.
Yeah.
And then when I go to travel, I can do shows. And then if somebody's like, hey man, if you move here, I can help you get into some clubs. Then now moving starts to make a lot of sense.
Did you do any shows in Chicago when you went with Sadie? Was that last week?
Yeah, I just did one show. Yeah. So Sadie came up the next day. So I went up on Thursday and did a show with Jack, and Hannah came and hung out, called Tight Ship. A show called Tight Ship in Chicago, and it was cool. Yeah.
What bar was it at?
I think it was called Half Sour.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't drink alcohol, right? How long has it been since you've had a drink?
Last February.
What influenced you to stop doing that?
Well, besides just the regular list of reasons to not drink alcohol, doing stuff that you regret, being hungover, I just felt like I was not that into it anyway. Like when I was younger, I used to kind of always say like, man, if weed was legal, I would just do that all the time.
Yeah.
Now it basically is.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I just kind of, so part of the problem is I was getting super hungover, which now looking back, I think it was because I was living in that apartment downtown and I was starting to get sick from mold and didn't know. Which, God, let me not get into that on this podcast because it's so annoying. But yeah, so I would have like 2 beers or whatever. Like, dude, if I had 4 beers, I would feel like garbage the next day. It's like, that's not a lot. Like, but yeah, if I had like, even if I had 1 or 2 beers, I would like feel worse the next day. And so, and I was like, I'd be at an open mic and I'd be like waiting to get up and I'm like, well, let me just order a beer, like kill some time. And I just caught myself having like anywhere between 1 and 4 beers every night. And I was like, I'm just wasting money on this.
Yeah, it's really tempting to do that at an open mic because you're there for so long.
I'm not even really enjoying it. It's like, let me just be a guy who only smokes weed. And dude, to be real, like, just seeing the way alcohol negatively impacts some people who are further down the road than me, it like scared me straight. It's just like, why make this a part of my life when there's, and I know I would probably never be that, but there's so many people who are just fucked up.
Yeah.
They're like
all the time.
And I mean, like, they've ruined their life. Like they drink and drive every night. They're unhealthy. They're fucking depressed, and there's just no way out for them. It's like, why am I gonna fucking include something in my life where that's a potential outcome?
Yeah, there's a very fine line between having a few drinks to like socialize and ease your, especially like if you're a comedian, to ease your anxiety a little bit. Like last night, Steven came with me and he bought me 2 White Claws because I drove. So yeah, I didn't have to pay for them. Yeah, I thought might as well. Yeah. And I think it like helped having like 1 to 2 drinks is like fine for me. But you mentioned 4 beers, like you felt really shitty the next day.
Yeah.
I've noticed now if I have 3 drinks, I feel I'm hungover.
Yeah.
The next day. So like my max is like 2 now.
Yeah, it's like even just a little bit. Yeah, and I try not to come off as judgmental because I understand that, you know, what percentage of people drink alcohol? 95.
Yeah, probably.
Like yeah, I don't want to sound like I think you're a piece of shit if you drink, but I do think basically everybody would be better off if they put it down, like just health wise or whatever.
Yeah, I was talking to Gretchen about it. It seems like everybody that's sober from alcohol is happy. No one's like, oh man, I wish I would have kept drinking alcohol. Like you never really hear a sobriety story that's negative.
Yeah, people just romanticize it and glorify it. They're like, dude, we had a fucking epic night last night. It's like, what did you really do? You know what I mean? I love fucking staying up till 4 a.m. and talking shit, but I don't need to get drunk to do that.
Yeah, it could still be epic without drinking a ton of alcohol.
Some people need their inhibitions lowered too. Like, and I get that. Sometimes it's hard for me to come out of my shell or whatever, but like, for the most part, all I need is like a few people fucking around to start fucking around too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need to have a drink to not be shy.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I hang out with friends from Lafayette, we're drinking, and that kind of sucks, but it's whatever. We were talking, me and Patrick, Spencer's roommate, Patrick Fiddler, shout out. He stayed at my apartment in Clifton before I moved out one night, and he was saying how it's just like so like interwoven into our culture. It's just like socializing and having some drinks that some people will normally think it's weird if you don't want to do that or like participate in it. Yeah, man, I really appreciate the comics around here though. Like no one like ever asks you if you want to drink or like what are you drinking? Have you noticed that, like, in our scene? I feel like a lot of my friend groups, other than comedians, are like, what are you, if we're hanging out, they're like, what are you drinking?
Right, they're like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, come on. It's like, what?
Yeah, no, because people, well, first of all, everybody here's broke, so nobody really wants to buy you a drink.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, because it does feel like everybody's a little bit like, pick your poison here. It's like, I'm gonna be drunk. You can hit my weed pen if you want. People are very generous with the weed pen around here.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm drinking what I want. You don't have to drink. Have a weed pen. or some people eat mushrooms. Like everybody's just got a different fucking thing that they want to be up to.
Dude, easy way to get sick. Someone that has a cold offers you a vape.
Yeah.
Really easy way to get sick.
That's another reason it's nice not smoking, dude. Like sharing all those weed pens.
Yeah, man, I got the Zen pouches right now. I haven't vaped on this episode, YouTube episode, without smacking the Mr. Fog, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you want to live here a little bit longer. You said you lived in Lexington before Cincinnati, right?
Here.
Did you like it there?
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of weird because it was 2020. I moved there in June or July of 2020, and so everything was kind of shut down. I didn't get like a great experience of it, and I wasn't really drinking when I was down there either. Like I hadn't fully quit at that point, but I definitely went like 3 months without drinking at one point when I was there. And yeah, Lexington. I mean, it's college town, so a big part of it, and it's Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Like people are drinkers down there for sure. So I feel like I missed out just not going out to bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lexington's really nice. It's like really unique, man. Kentucky in general, the people are really like polite, and Northern Kentucky has it too. But like Lexington, Louisville, very polite, very like slow paced.
Yeah, a lot of people in the South are just like very, their mannerisms are very simplistic and polite. Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, Kentucky is the South,
down,
even though it's not that
sure.
far, it has that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man, they're in the SEC.
Yeah.
They got a good football team now too. That's kind of cool. I love college football, dude. I'm really excited for that to start. It's like 3.5 weeks away now.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah. Do you have is Virginia Tech your team? Do you keep up with them in their sports?
I mean, I tried to see if they're winning, but they have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Since I went to school there.
Since Beamer retired, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And even really his last couple years.
Was Rich Rodriguez a coach there?
I don't think so.
Okay. He was a Michigan football coach. That's one of my favorite teams. I really like Michigan football. When I was a kid, like I just liked the colors and like how big their stadium was, and like they had the wings on the helmet, so they have a cool fight song too.
Yeah,
whenever I wear Michigan stuff around Cincinnati though, I get some pretty nasty looks.
Yeah, this is the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Hokies, man. It's fun when they're good, and we had some. It's really fun going to games at Virginia Tech.
Yeah. UC games are really fun.
Yeah,
Cincinnati football games. Bearcats, we're not going to be good this year.
I would like to go to a UC game.
Yeah, they're playing Oklahoma and like Iowa State and I think Baylor at home. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. We have a transfer quarterback from he started his career at Florida and then played at Arizona State last year. His name's Emory Jones. So it'll be interesting to see how he does because they're also bringing back their starting quarterback from last year. What's his name? Ben Jones, I think. I'm gonna look that up real quick. I don't want to get that wrong.
Yeah, you're good. Man, I do love a tailgate, man. I would like to go to a UC game while I live here.
Ben Bryant.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
Nerd.
Dude. I love just like football names and statistics. It's memorizing stuff like that. Kind of autistic.
Yeah.
I took an autism test a couple days ago and I scored lower than I did the first time. I find interacting with people better.
When was the first time you took it?
Probably like December 2022. It was on, I watched this, do you know who Jeff Wittek is? He has a show called Jeff's Barbershop on YouTube where he gives celebrities haircuts and just like fucks with them. He has a podcast called Jeff FM and he made his whole crew, like the producer and his co-host and everybody there, take an autism test. And he posted the link to it in the bio for the video. Yeah, I scored lower on it the second time.
It's getting better.
I'm getting.
I think I probably am on the spectrum, but you know, yeah. Again, like it comes and goes or whatever. Like, you know, it depends on the situation, depends on where I'm at in my life. But also,
Yeah.
I mean, is it not autistic to just be a comedian in general? Like
Oh, yeah,
to live your
yeah.
life the way everybody else is living it, and just constantly be picking stuff apart and like noticing shit.
Yeah. And we're talking about nonsense on stage.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
hey,
People love that though. It's yeah, it's so fun seeing just like last night going to open mics in Dayton, like seeing people react to my jokes for the first time. It's great.
yeah. Yeah, it's that's one thing about like you're in the city you started stand up in, and I was very new when I got here, but I did have a little bit of something like, and I still feel like the new guy here, just because the dudes who were established when I was here are still here, but like, and I mean 3 years is still new. I've only lived here for 2 years, but like, people will always see you. Will always remember. We saw your first set at the Hub. You know what I mean? Like we will always remember that. And so it's nice to go to other cities, and people are just like, this guy's just a comic.
Yeah.
So you show up and you get a little bit more like the benefit of the doubt or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Like I didn't think my sets were too good last night, but like people wanted to talk to me afterwards, and just like everybody there seemed really cool. So that was nice.
Yeah, they're all really nice. I know. Well, whatever. I don't want to say what I said on the podcast. But
what podcast?
Or I don't want to say what I said to you earlier.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. But some very funny people out there, and all those dudes are very nice.
Oh yeah, dude. What's that old guy's name? Ray King. The old black guy.
Ray Jackson.
Ray Jackson. Ray King is a musician, isn't he?
No, I don't know. Never heard of Ray King.
Know.
I think you mixed Ray Charles and B.B. King.
Okay. We're about to get wrapped up. Spencer.
That's right. When Sam starts getting racist, we gotta end the podcast.
What? I was just mentioning a guy's name, man. Come on, I fucked it up.
I know.
I fucked it up. Just like the ending of all of these, and the production of this podcast too.
I think this is fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I really inspired by like Matt McCusker and Shane Gillis' setup of having a camera like in the corner and just like hanging out. Yeah, pretty free-form interview, but yeah, some really good stuff. We talked about things from like girls we like to how fat people take up a lot of space in rooms, to Jewish culture, and yeah, some other of Spencer's philosophies and what it just. Yeah, the way he does things. Yeah, dude, you talked way too much.
Damn it.
What's your Instagram?
It's just my name, at Spencer Domolky.
At Spencer Domolky. That's DOMOLKY. Yes.
Good job.
Thanks. I did place pretty well in a few spelling bees growing up, but I just don't have a very extended vocabulary.
Well, sure. I think you might.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, dude. I worked with some people this summer that would just like crush me at that word app game on the iPhone. So, yeah, I need to read more. I need to read a few more.
Sometimes I have a hard time with that. I know you're trying to end the podcast, but sometimes it's like, I'd like to know some more words or whatever, but then, like, God, when I was a kid, you know, I was like super smart kid or whatever, like I was like precocious and I like tried to know a bunch of words, and then I realized that sucks. Nobody wants to fucking talk to a guy who's like talking like a nerd, you know what I mean? So I would like intentionally dumb it down, and I think now I run into that too sometimes. It's like,
yeah, finding like a good middle ground.
Hey, you just want to be conversational, you don't want to talk like a fucking book.
Yeah, like you want to be lighthearted, but you also like want to.
You don't want to sound dumb.
But you don't want to sound dumb. That's that's a really good point. Yeah, I really need to work on that, don't I?
Sounding dumb?
Yeah. I'm not too dumb. I'm pretty I'm just really self-critical, man.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Not all of us, but
Some people
most
aren't.
of us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a benefit to being critical of yourself, right? Because you want to improve, but also sometimes it's good to just let go, and then you find you're the best version of yourself when you give yourself room to fly.
Wow. That should be on a t-shirt. You could sell merch with your face and what was that? It's better to be yourself and just let it fly.
Give yourself room to fly.
Give yourself room to fly. Jeez, dude, you're a flying Jew.
Damn, that's my merch.
What shows do you have coming up?
I'm at Go Bananas next weekend, not this upcoming weekend, but hosting for Steve Gillespie and Jackson Hotgrass September 17th through the 20th, August 17th through the 20th. And damn, I hope I don't have that wrong. Is that in September? Wait, no, I'm tripping. No, that's this month. Wait, now oh dude, did I have that wrong this whole time? Hold on.
I feel like that's coming up. I thought I saw that.
Yeah, it's on the website, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, August 17th through the 20th.
Okay.
So yeah, me and old Jackie Snod at the Banana with Steve Gillespie, and then
Contest.
I've got.
August 29th, semifinals.
Damn, can I?
FPIC.
This is ruining the podcast, but I just don't.
No, it's alright. We have.
Oh, dude, I'm out of time. So that's the 17th to the 20th. I'm at Go Bananas. Then the 24th, I'm in Dayton for Campfire Comedy. Which did you meet Jeff Allen yesterday?
Yeah.
It's Jeff's show.
Yeah.
And then.
I think I might go to that.
God, I guess you're not supposed to say. But whatever. August 25th, I'm in Lexington. August 26th, I'm in Chattanooga. And then September 2nd, I'm in Akron.
Nice.
Yeah.
Akron, will that be your first time?
No, I have been there. Akron's not too far from Cleveland, and so I've been up there a couple times with old Ron. We're going up again.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I'm also going to be on the contest with Spencer on the 29th. I'm also going to be in Bloomington, coming back to Indiana.
B-Town.
At Hoppy Wobbles on September 10th.
Oh, cool.
And I'm doing, I think, a show at Legends in October, like late October, the 20-something. But, yeah, I'll let everybody know about that, Spencer.
Dude, thanks for having me on.
You're a wholesome man.
Thanks, man. So are you.
It's always up, guys.